Hello Figment, my name is Chris Wilson, and in this video we will go over what custody is, the types of custody, and how to be fully in control of your assets at all times. So, what is custody in regards to blockchain? Well, custody refers to the ownership of private keys. When a wallet is created, a set of private and public keys is also created. The public key is the address of the wallet used to receive assets, and the private key is used by the asset owner to interact with the assets in the wallet. When you want to send funds from your wallet or participate in the network, a transaction is created and signed by the private keys. By signing the transaction, you're digitally saying, I am the owner of the funds, I have the key to manage them, and I approve this transaction. Private keys sign the transaction using a sophisticated form of cryptography and are an integral aspect of blockchain. Its security makeup helps protect a user from theft and unauthorized access. We have a saying in the space, not your keys, not your crypto, meaning whoever holds the private keys ultimately owns the crypto. Now that we know custody means ownership of private keys, let's look at the different ways private keys are stored. Types of custody. It would be remiss if I didn't start with the first form of custody most experienced when starting their crypto journey, so let's begin with exchange custody. If your assets are on an exchange, the exchange controls your assets and permits you to interact with them. They do this by setting up a wallet for you and allowing you to access that address with a password through their interface. This is a custodial wallet, meaning the exchange maintains full control of the private keys. This setup is convenient and easy to use. However, while on the exchange, you are at the mercy of their security and terms of service, while your own security is determined by your password and two-factor authentication if turned on. Exchange custody could even prevent you from participating in the network due to how assets are stored on the exchange. This could mean limited transactions, additional service fees, not being able to stake and receive rewards, delays in access to your funds, participating in governance, or even voting for validators to secure the network. The risks associated with exchange custody would be if the exchange is compromised. Since assets are commingled, compromised keys can result in permanent loss of all assets in exchange custody. There are many examples of this happening. Remember, not your keys, not your crypto. If you have substantial assets on an exchange, we strongly suggest finding another custody solution, such as self-custody. Self-custody means that the asset owner controls the transfer of their assets by maintaining full ownership of their private key. The owner of a private key owns the digital asset associated with them, so this key must be protected at all times. Never share your private key or seed phrase with anyone. There are 3 main self-custody wallets available: a web wallet like MetaMask, a hardware wallet like Ledger, and a paper wallet, which is your private and public key printed or written on a piece of paper. They each have their pros and cons. For example, with a web wallet, while being the most convenient to use, has some of the highest risks due to it being a hot wallet, meaning it is connected to the internet. While a paper wallet, a cold wallet, never connects to the internet, you run the risk of losing or damaging it if not properly stored. A paper wallet is also the least convenient to use because it requires you to either scan the printed QR code or input the address manually. One of the best ways to protect your keys is offline in a hardware wallet like Ledger. A hardware wallet prevents your private keys from being exposed to the internet or malicious software by generating the transaction independently from your computer. This is a great way to maintain self-custody when interacting with blockchain networks via governance, staking, or voting for validators. Another layer of protection worth adding would include using a web wallet like MetaMask in conjunction with Ledger. If you've signed transactions using MetaMask, you're already familiar with the concept of a web wallet and connecting your wallet to the network. The difference here is that MetaMask gives you a seed phrase upon setup. A seed phrase is a series of words generated by your cryptocurrency wallet, which is derived from the private key that gives you access to the crypto associated with that wallet. Think of a wallet as a password manager for crypto and the seed phrase as the master password. As long as you have your seed phrase, you'll have access to all the crypto associated with the wallet that generated the phrase, even if you delete or lose the wallet. This seed phrase can be entered again in your web wallet or Ledger hardware device to recreate your wallet. It's important to note that inputting your seed phrase online incurs a certain level of risk if mismanaged. With a hardware wallet, you never take on that risk. Therefore, we recommend using the Ledger hardware wallet if you or your organization would like to maintain complete control of your assets in a secure way. Speaking of organizations and security, what if you wanted to share custody of the private keys within your organization or add an extra layer of security to your self-custody wallet? Let's take a look at shared custody. Multiple signatures, or multi-sig for short, is a wallet with multiple keys allowing you to increase security exponentially if used properly, while allowing a secure way to share assets with multiple parties. Multi-sig is often referred to as a vault, since like vaults, more than one key is needed to open it. In blockchain, this means more than one private key is needed to sign a transaction. You can choose how many keys are allowed to open the vault and the minimum number of keys needed to unlock it. For example, you can have a 2 of 3 multisig where 2 out of the 3 assigned private keys are needed, or a 3 of 5, 5 of 7, and so on. Multisig is a great option when you want to share custody of assets within your organization. Typically, Ledger hardware wallets are the go-to option for using a multisig setup because they are the safest way to store private keys. Once these wallets combine into a multisig setup, they create an entirely new multisig address independent of each hardware wallet. Many argue that multisig is the most secure way to store assets on the blockchain. Even if one wallet or vault key is compromised, the exploiter can't access the assets without the keys in the other wallets of the multisig setup. However, others argue that the user experience is not simplified enough for the average user or organizations with large holdings. If self-custody and shared custody don't sound like your cup of tea, or you're an institutional investor, or you just have significant asset holdings, third-party custody might be the solution for you. Let's take a look at that now. Third-party custodians are dedicated to and focused on the cybersecure hosting of crypto assets as their core business. As a result, they have dedicated all of their resources to protecting access to assets on the blockchain. Because security is a crucial focus, third-party custody tends to be more secure than exchanges. In addition, these third-party custodians often offer liability coverage, with a growing number of them offering insurance coverage as well. These added security measures are why many large token holders prefer to use third-party custody to store their digital assets. If this sounds like the solution for you, Figment has partnered with industry-leading third-party custody solutions. Whether you're a foundation, venture capital firm, large token holder, or fiduciary, our custodial partners will ensure your tokens are secure and accessible. Reach out to us at contact@figment.io to get started. We would be happy to help you find the custody solution that works best for you and your organization. In conclusion, we have learned that custody means ownership of private keys and that the creation of a wallet creates a set of private and public keys. We also learned that a hot wallet is connected to the internet and a cold wallet is not. We also learned that the difference between custodial and non-custodial wallets is who controls the private keys. In addition to this, we learned how to maintain custody of your private keys, some of the best practices around safely storing assets, and third-party custody solutions for large token holders, organizations, and institutional investors. In case you missed it, be sure to check out our other videos in this series. These videos include a breakdown of Web3 and staking. You can find links to these videos and more in the description below. Make sure to subscribe and ring the bell to stay up to date on all things Figment. At Figment, our mission is to build Web3 and make it simpler for token holders, developers, and other network participants to use, build, and govern blockchains. Our custodial partners will give you peace of mind by safely and seamlessly securing your tokens in a compliant way while still giving you the ability to generate staking returns and participate in network governance. Learn more at figment.io. And as always, if you had any questions about custody or how Figment simplifies blockchain for you or your organization, you can find all the relevant links in the description below. I look forward to seeing you there, and until next time, happy learning.